I don't even want to talk to you. It's called the Tony Soprano School of HR. You quit, you're dead to me. You are dead to me. And there's so many things out of your control driving people making decisions today about their engagement or why they want to leave. But if seriously, I want you to process it. This is the most important slide I'm going to share with you today. If you believe this to be true, how many of your benefits are driven by people staying longer? How many of your career paths are, oh, you stay here a long time? I sort of feel like, and it's in the first chapter of my book, like I wrote that book because I left a company, Electronic Arts, to go to LinkedIn after being there 18 months. And my boss was crucified. Oh, how could you let that high performer go? And I was going to a job that Electronic Arts couldn't have offered me. The first chief HR officer at LinkedIn. It was a career opportunity of a lifetime. And she was getting skewered because I got a great job. And she was trying to make me feel bad. I'm leaving early. I go, hey, 18 months is like 10 years in Silicon Valley. In Silicon Valley, we don't celebrate 10-month anniversary or 10-year anniversary. We say 10 months, you're still here. Let's go out to dinner. Thank you. It's a different reality, but that's dishonest. If we're thinking, hey, you come here and stay a long time, and I'll promise to keep you employed here a long time, we both know we probably can't live up to that. But let's have that false foundation be the beginning of our relationship. It's broken. And I'm not excited to tell you about it. I'm not happy to say, I don't think people are going to stay here a long time, but I'm here to offer the truth because I think we need to think of different talent strategies that expect people are going to go, like Coach K, that expect they're not going to stay. And I know it stinks. Like, why do I want to grow my people if they're just going to go to my competitor? Because they're going to go anyway. They're going to go anyway. And here's another thing. If you have more people leaving your company than any time in history, guess what? You have a bigger alumni than you had ever before. And here's another question I love asking. I'm going to Honeywell next week, huge company. Do people leave Honeywell? Yeah, they do. I said, how many people? A lot more than they used to, Steve, but we're not going to give you the real data. Okay, well, let me ask you this. Are you talking to those people? You're curating them? You nurturing those relationships? It's a bigger population of ex-employees than you've ever had. Are you talking to them? Well, not really. Why would we do that? I don't know, because maybe they'd come back. Maybe they refer their friends. Maybe they bring a deal to you. In a world of higher fluidity, alumni strategy, something to think about, something to think about. I think we've got a broken model of work. I think the model of work that we're using right now and this stay here a long time was built for a slower production cycle of work. It was built for a slower pace. When I started my career, I worked in semiconductor when I first hit Silicon Valley, 6 years from design idea to prototype creation to soft sell customer to hard sell customer to ship product. 6 years. I needed people to stay a long time. At LinkedIn, you know how long it took from my brain to the website? 4 hours. Do I need you to stay 6 years? Do I need to train you for 20 years to stay to learn how to do that? I don't. It's a faster cycle of work. And yet we've built many companies with the belief that the longer you stay, the more reliable and consistent our outcomes, the greater the trust relationships we have, all worth aspiring for. But the world of work isn't stable anymore. It's unstable. And I would offer that instability and building to address an unstable workforce is actually more powerful than building for things to be the same, because things aren't always the same. And sometimes new people with new ideas and new ways of solving problems is more valuable than someone who's been solving the same problem the same way with the same set of facts for 5 or 10 years. I want to ask you all a question. In your professional journey, when have you had the most energy? When you've been doing the same thing 3 or 4 years, or when you've been doing something new? New. So why are we designed to prevent people from doing new stuff? Keeping people in their jobs a long time. Why are we doing that? I built those systems, trust me. Guilty as charged. But I recognize they're broken. They don't work anymore, but that's what we built for a slower, different time. And it's time for us to take advantage of the pandemic to build something differently. And here's how crazy the world of work is. Unilever, you all have products of this company in your home somehow, somewhere. Some of you may have used them. Get ready to come and hang out with us this morning. I was listening to a podcast recently where their head of learning and development was asked, hey, you're a global company, Fortune 100, Fortune 50, amazing leadership, great success, great results. What are your leadership development team? What are you guys focused on? What are you really working on? I was ready for some sort of black belt ninja leadership style You know what these said? We're focusing on eliminating distraction. Because we find when people are distracted, they're disengaged, they're unproductive, they're multitasking, which means no tasking, and they're burnt out. And yet we're pounding them more. Anyone here, and here's just a quick sample, anyone here crushing their email right now, dominating it like never before? Email inbound, what? We've created this system that doesn't work. We're always behind. Eliminating distraction. I almost drove off the road. I'm like, what did he just say? They're focused on eliminating distraction, not some black belt, time management, leadership, communication, conflict. No, eliminating distraction. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And I got to tell you something, studying the future of work, the world of work for the last 10 years, it is the worst marketing campaign in history. We're scaring everybody. Hey, robots are coming. AI is going to take your job. Good luck. Automation is going to replace what you do. That's right. And all the jobs that exist 10 years from now don't even exist today. So don't even bother trying to figure out what skills to study because you won't figure it out. Is that really making people excited for the future? I get invited to all these future work conferences. Oh, Steve, we're going to have a robot introduce you. I go, I'm not coming. The future work is about human skills, empathy, communication, leadership, followership, really human stuff. So here's how I think the world of work's changing a little bit. And again, it's not for everyone and it's not how every industry is thinking about it, but I think candidates are thinking, you know, that whole thing about job security, staying in one place, I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying it. And what they're telling us is, I think if I move, I learn more, I meet more people, I grow my network, I face new challenges and new skills, I want to move. And so all of you that have a big portfolio of people, you got to feed the beast. You got to feed the hunger to learn. I almost think that learning and growth has got to be part of the compensation stack. I know you want to know what your base salary is and your bonus and your vacation, but I think they're starting to ask, can I learn? The big question right now is, can I do this job remotely? And now we're starting to see there's a backlash. All those people, yeah, the whole remote thing, maybe not so great. So I don't know how it's going to land, but this is why I think people are leaving quickly. The more I move, the bigger my network is. That's why you're all here. In part, share knowledge, learn new things, and grow your network. How can you blame them? That's actually not a bad strategy. A lot of people that think this is, oh, short attention span, career sugar high, those freaking millennials are jealous because it wasn't what they were offered as an opportunity to grow their career. It was super interesting. I think loyalty is shifting from loyal to the company to I'm loyal to my learning. Help me grow, make me better for the future. That's a more honest promise than I'll never fire you. I would never believe a company says, we're never going to let you go. Really? Yeah, whatever. What other lies you got up your sleeve? Because we can't control the economy right now. We've learned that more than ever. We've just gone through the greatest leadership test in history the last 2 years. I also think we need to start reshaping how we think about who we're hiring. Having recruited for 35 years, here's what I can tell you about a job description. That's where you usually start with the job. Okay, we need to hire someone. Okay, what are they going to do? Write it all down. Do you know how long the value of that accuracy is? About a week. So why have we been hiring people based on what they know and what their experience is? Maybe since we know the job's going to change, maybe what's more valuable is what they can know. We've been measuring, we were messing around with some friends of mine recently, some really good recruiters, and they said, Steve, people don't do talent acquisition today. They do experience acquisition. We're not really hiring talent. We're hiring people who've proven that they can do it so that we have the confidence they can do it here. But in a short supply of talent, we're going to have to really start thinking about, can someone really learn this fast? And I think learning velocity is going to be something you all are going to be measuring a lot more than you used to. Because if I can't hire someone that's fully qualified, what confidence level do I have that they can learn something faster than the market is available for talent? And that's why I say when I look at the evolution of who we've hired, we used to hire really smart people, high IQ. And then we realized, oh, those smart people that everyone hates working with, well, we need people that have EQ. So EQ was really hot, right? In the 90s. Oh, yeah. Now I'm going to tell you, I think AQ is the hot skill, adaptability quotient. And that's what your business needs to be. You need to be adaptable. So doesn't it stand to reason? I need people who are adaptable if I want my firm to be adaptable. And that's also the #1 skill that CEOs are looking to hire, according to all the consulting firms when they're not doing their digital transformation work.